Test.
Testing.
You can't hear anything?
Welcome into the CRWC for our second day in a row of action here of men's and women's volleyball. It will be the La Cité, and what is our team name? La Cité Coyotes coming in all the way from Ottawa to see our Durham Lords. And I do apologize to any Francophone viewers for our pronunciations of the names in advance, because we do not speak French, so we try our best. We have our phonetics, but yep, there's the disclaimer. Interesting thing happened here during our national anthem, Joey. The La Cité men's team decided to sing as loud as they could over our PA system in full French over the Canadian national anthem. Interesting little tactic there.
Yeah, just the La Cité Coyotes just coming in here, letting everybody know where they're from. They're proud of their French heritage, and I guess they're looking to get any support they can, as we're going to start this game without a cameraman, Johnny, and I'm not quite sure what's happening.
Yeah, he decided to just leave us here.
All right, I'll multitask. I can do color and camera and score.
So the Durham Lords women's team are they're ranked in the top 10 provincial rankings here in the OCAA. They are number 9, just above the previously unranked Centennial Colts, 7-3 in the OCAA, and La Cité, one of the worst teams, just above the George Brown Huskies, just winning 3 games this year so far, Joey. So the Lords have to make sure to not play down to their opponents.
Yeah, absolutely, John. That's going to be the challenge for the Lords, coming off of a big win last night against a very good Algonquin Thunder team. Not getting complacent and pushing this La Cité team is going to be big for the Lords here early.
There's Jessica Johansson there, and there's Sarah Raymond sending it over, and great job there, smashing it directly at, and I'm going to have a hard time reading some of these numbers. The color scheme is horrible. Number 7 for La Cité, Soleil Dion. Megan Romain serving. Set up there by La Cité, and sent over the net directly at Devin Fraser. And there's Raymond again with the good smash there, getting up high at the net. Nice dig by Raymond, sent over by Romain. La Cité up at the net, big smash, dug out by Devin Fraser there.
No, that's, sorry, John, that's
Vandenhoeven,
yeah,
my apologies.
It looks like Coach has made a couple switches here to the starting lineup in this second game with 2 in a row.
My apologies to Nicole Vandenhoeven, Megan Romain and Nicole Vandenhoeven's name smashing in my head. Yeah, my apologies to Nicole Vandenhoeven, who is coming in as the libero today. Surprise to me.
She wasn't circled on my list either, Johnny. That's weird.
Normally Devin Fraser's job. And I don't think, no, there's Fraser there in a normal jersey on the sidelines. So she may come in as a substitute, as La Cité serves it directly at Jessica Johansson, who gets it over the net, and unable to dig that out was Dion, and a combination of Dion and the libero for La Cité. And you're going to hear me say their team name more than their players' names, because I'm just getting used to putting the accent on, as Sarah Raymond serves that one over the net. And unable to dig that one out was Nicole Vandenhoeven. And I apologize, that was Sarah Raymond who served that one, not Johansson, if I had said that.
So Coach Clark has made some changes here, John. He's brought in Nicole Vandenhoeven as the libero for today's game. We see Jonica Babb drawing into the starting lineup, as everybody else stays the same. Jessica Johansson, Sarah Raymond, Megan Romain all stay out there. But a couple switches as Coach Clark trying to spark his team on the second half of a back-to-back.
Good block at the net there by Jonica Babb, and La Cité just able to get it back over, but there was Jessica Johansson to say no to that, and it will be Durham's point and serve, as Jonica Babb is set for service here.
These two teams last played, John, back in November on the 26th, though directly after their last match against Algonquin. The Lords found a way to win that 3-0 on the road, and certainly they would like to duplicate that result here at home today.
Kaye unable to get that one over the net. You can already see the difference in the teams, although the game is tied right now, as Jonica Babb with the ace. You can already see the difference in the teams, Joey. The Lords more cohesively as a unit, and just seems a little bit staggered on the La Cité side. Babb serves the ball again. La Cité gets it up, smashes it, unable to dig that one out is Jonica Babb, as La Cité will take the point and the service.
Big point there as La Cité finds a way to tie this game up, John. They need to find a way to have a strong first set here and put some fear into the Durham Lords.
Kaye with the service here is set up by Romain to Bonchef. Bonchef right off of the hands there of the libero, Soleil Dion. And it will be Bonchef with the serve.
Picked on Dion there, just right at her. Nothing she could do about that one.
Dion gets that one. And big smash there, but blocked at the net by Megan Romain. Combo block, Megan Romain and Cassie Nixon-Clark, who has checked into this game for, it looks like, Jonica Babb. Thea Bonchef with the serve. If you missed that, Joey, Jonica Babb has checked out for Cassidy Nixon-Clark.
Okay, good to know.
Dion right off the hands of Raymond, unable to bring that one back into play as Raymond, and it will be La Cité ball.
Good rallies back and forth here early. La Cité not going away. They're the rested team here. We mentioned the Lords played last night late at 6 o'clock. It was a good game, a hard-fought game against the Algonquin Thunder, and a quick turnaround here. It's a quick turnaround for all the game day staff, all the coaches. It's certainly got to be a quick turnaround for these athletes on the court.
Yeah, you know, they're athletes, so you got to be thinking that they're prepared to be able to go day after day, but not at full 100% energy, that's for sure. As Jessica Johansson gets at the net there, gets up, smashes that one hard. That was deflected by Dion out of bounds, right into our chairs here. No way to get that one, as Durham Lords will get possession and Johansson will have to serve. Johansson serves the ball directly at libero Dion. There's Romain, set it up for Cassie Nixon-Clark, but her shot gets deflected back at the net by Emma Wilson, the easiest name to say on the team.
Hey, you got to have one Anglophone name for us here to just let us have a little bit of a break on some of these pronunciations, John, as it's going to be a long one for us up here in the booth. Wilson
with the serve. Romain sets it up. Cassie Nixon-Clark gets it over Kaye, and that is Peru getting it over Raymond. La Cité sets that one up at the net for a smash there, but that was out of bounds by Peru, and the Lords will get the ball back.
Yeah, La Cité was looking to get a tip there at the net, as it appeared that CNC Cassidy Nicholson-Clark might have got a hand on it. The officials say no, and she quickly steps up to the line here.
Yeah, you take what you can get there, as Cassidy Nixon-Clark serves it right at the libero. And dug out there by Nixon-Clark, set up by Romain for Raymond at the net. Big smash there, but wait, that's too long. As it looks like number 2, Henri, is going to be the libero for La Cité, sorry.
And Coach Clark has seen enough of this back and forth action, John, calls his timeout, as I heard a bit of his pregame speech before the game, walking by trying to figure out starters for this afternoon's matchup. The theme of the speech was come out, play your game, and play hard. The Lords have not been able to come out on their best foot here early. Haven't seen a lot of strong attacks, as it's been back and forth against a very subpar team in the La Cité Coyotes. Coach Clark, a smart timeout, I think, to rally his troops here early and get them refocused on this game, because you certainly don't want to be letting this Coyotes team get back into the game and feel like they have a shot here. And when a team has lost as many games as they have all season long, sometimes the best thing you can do is just jump on them early, and they are resigned to the fact that they know what is coming for them the rest of the game.
Speaking of Coach Clark, Joey, he's got a special shout out to a recruit out of Alberta.
Yeah, we wanted to give a quick shout out to Ashley and her old man Daryl, who are tuning in to today's broadcast, checking out this year's squad. We hope to see Ashley here inside the CRWC next season, playing for the green, white, and gold of the Durham Lords.
Hope you enjoy the broadcast, as Vandenheuvel gets that one to Romain. Romain sets it up for JJ, as Lassite gets it over the net, but I don't know what the call is here.
I believe it was a lift there against the Coyotes there, John, as it was not the most deliberate sign from the official, and it was the bottom official who made that call, but the Lords will take it.
As the officials converge there at the line.
Yeah, a couple conversations here. No one's quite sure, but that's a veteran ref down there. We saw her for both Adidas Cups here at the Durham Lords Gym, and she knows what she's doing. They'll get it figured out.
Vanden Heuvel set up there by Romaine, and that'll be Raymond getting that one over the net. Dug out by Wilson. Set up at the net there. Romaine, Jonica Babb, who has checked back in. Raymond has to get it over, and she does. Good job there blocking at the net, but dug out by La Cité. Got to send it over, and they do. There's JJ with the setup, and Romaine to Bonchef. Bonchef with the hard smash, but blocked and able to be dug out by La Cité. Sent over Vanden Heuvel. Romaine, Babb, deflected. Got to get it over. They do. Dug out there, but unable. Vanden Heuvel deflected that one away from JJ, who was right in behind Nicole Vanden Heuvel.
That's a tough rally to lose there for the Lords. They had a real opportunity when the Coyotes just bumped the ball over the net with not a lot of force, and the Lords unable to capitalize on that miss hit there, and the Coyotes regain serve.
Prue with the serve there, just gets it over. Set up at the net for Raymond. Raymond sends it right into the soft spot on the defense. Good job there.
Yeah, very nice play by Raymond. She finds a soft spot, like you said, John. Took a bit off of that, just finding the accurate spot instead of trying to hit it hard.
As she will now get the serve. Raymond serves the ball over. Set up there by La Cité, sorry. Megan Romaine sets that one up for Bonchef. Bonchef smash, dug out, and they can't get it over there. Deflected off the three Lords' forearms.
Yeah, lots of one-arm swings there, trying to get that ball back up in the air, and that was 3 whiffs for the green, white, and gold, as they just can't control that one. And Coach Clark continues to be standing ominously with his arms crossed, not liking what he's seeing here early.
Boyne-Say again with the serve. Goes right at Vanden Heuvel. Set up. They're sent over actually by Romaine. La Cité looks to get it over. Dion. There's Vanden Heuvel. Got to get it over to JJ, and she does. Set up again by La Cité at the net. Blocked there. Great job. Combo block by Bonchef and Babb. Getting the point for the Lords and getting the ball back.
Yeah, we haven't seen enough of that here from the Lords this afternoon, John. They haven't been nearly aggressive enough at the net, as maybe they're just feeling their way into this game here. But if they want to be effective, and how they are effective as a team is by being aggressive right at the net like they were just there.
Bonchef and Babb just rolls right off the tongue. They got to do that more. There's Thea Bonchef sending that one over, dug out by the libero. Henry, there is Romaine. Babb will set this one up for Bonchef with a light touch, and a good dig there by La Cité, and they have to send it over. Raymond, Romaine, Bonchef, deflected. Good dig there by La Cité to keep this rally going. There's Raymond and Babb. No, Romaine, got to get it over to Raymond, and she does. La Cité at the net there, and it lands inbounds. What a good job there by La Cité's Soleil Dion to just put enough on that one that it lands inside the back touchline.
That's going to be a confidence-building rally there for La Cité, John, as they go back and forth with the Lords, and they find a way to win it on an excellent shot, like you mentioned. Tied at 12s here, they continue to stay in this set, and that's only going to build their confidence moving forward.
Kaye barely gets that one over, and Romaine, good job with the reaction time getting that one, and unable to do so there is Cassidy Nixon-Clark as she gets surprised. It lands pretty much in her lap and unable to get that one back up in the air. Kaye with the serve again, looking to get a little bit more of a lead here for La Cité. Kaye serves it right at Vanden Heuvel. And Romaine, there's Cassie Nixon-Clark just punching that one over. La Cité sets that one up at the net for Wilson, smashes it over at Vanden Heuvel. Romaine for Raymond. Raymond with the soft touch, dug out there by La Cité. Wilson sends that one, and it hits the candy cane. And that will be Durham Lords' point.
First time the candy cane's come into play here, John. It survived yesterday's triple header just barely. See if it holds up here.
Bonchef with the serve. There's La Cité setting that one up at the net for Kaye right at Raymond. And a great job there at the net by Wilson and by Soleil Dion. to get that one over into a soft spot on the Lord's front court defense.
Yeah, I've liked what we've seen from Soleil Dion in this game, John. She's been strong and she's found opportunities to find the soft spots in the Lord's defense here early.
Romaine to Jessica Johansson. Bonchef, Romaine, Johansson deflected off of two La Cité players' hands. The last one being Kaye, and goes out of bounds. The Lords have tied this one back up and do get possession of the ball now with JJ set to serve. Johansson gets the ball over. She attacks Kaye. No, Hamri, sorry. And there's JJ. Romaine setting this one up for Raymond. Raymond with the hard smash there, and unable to get there is Henri. And the Lords take a 1-point advantage. Look to extend this service of Jessica Johansson.
Yeah, picking up their play at the net and Double J on serve. Certainly a player that can spark momentum for the Lords.
Johansson gets that one over right at Peru. Johansson, Romaine, Cassidy Nixon-Clark. And a call there, a lift by La Cité. Referees give the Lords the point.
As you have to think, if the head coach for the Coyotes, Sierra Rousseau, is thinking about calling a timeout here, John, the Lords look to have stolen a little bit of momentum.
Wilson sets that one up and it's sent right into the net there by Soleil Dion. She's been good this game so far, but that was an ugly play. She didn't. It was weird because I was watching it happen and she didn't put any effort into it. Yeah. It just kind of hit the front of her thumbs and went into the net.
That's exactly the word I was going to use, John. Was it just looked like a lack of effort on that play from Dion. Very uncharacteristic. We haven't seen her play a lot, but I've liked what I've seen from her here early, and that is a very good reason there for Coach Rousseau to call the timeout. His team is struggling here. The Lords have taken the momentum, and this is exactly not what the La Cité Coyotes needed, because they were playing so well. They were doing a good job at keeping this game close with the Lords, who are a top 10 ranked team. They're very good. We've seen the talent all season long from this group of ladies, as the La Cité Coyotes were hoping for the upset, but they need to find a way to dig in here and stop this Lord's push before it's too late, because once it goes up 1-0, it's going to snowball into 2, as it has all year for this Coyotes defense.
Yeah, they've only won 13 sets all year, Joey, so and I got the feeling, I have a feeling that they're not stinking out the building, they're just falling behind and then getting on top of themselves. They look like they play well, so we'll see if they can get back in this one, hopefully not for the Lord's sake, as La Cité does collect the point there.
How many sets did you say they won?
I believe it's at 13.
Oh, I got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, excuse me, sets won from the Coyotes on the OCAA website.
My apologies, I'm giving them more credit than they're due. I must have been looking at something else. I must have been looking at the men.
Not quite sure.
I don't know what I was looking at.
But I got you. That's what we're here for. Yeah, 3-10 on the year. They've only won 6 sets. Most of their games have been 3-0 losses. They did find a way to take one against Algonquin, who's a very good team. We saw them yesterday. They took Centennial to 5 sets before losing. Oh, excuse me, John, you're probably right. You're closer to right. I didn't see these 2 victories against George Brown and Fleming, so that's going to add, that's going to add 6 more to make it 12. And there it is. Yeah. So, my bad.
La Cité looks to get that one over the net, as I got rid of my score, or my name list, and that was a bad idea. La Cité, there's Megan Romaine, Nicole Vanden Heuvel, Jessica Johansson, too long, too hard, as La Cité will collect another point here, and it's down to a 1-point game, 18-17 for the Durham Lords here at the CRWC. John Lodge, Joey Chapman with the call. Served there by La Cité. Megan Romaine gets it to Raymond with the nice touch there. La Cité looks to get it over the net, and they do. Romaine sets this one up for Bab. Bab with the hard smash. Been able to get a lot on that one, though. Kaye. And there's Johansson, unable to take that one, and we all of a sudden got a tie game here.
La Cité putting on a push here, and certainly whatever Coach Rousseau said during that timeout is working, as this has been a good service here.
Sharon with the serve here. And the Lords will collect the point.
Look to Durham. Let's serve number 15, Megan Romaine.
Lords, Megan Romaine set to serve here, and she does. Good service right at Henri. La Cité looks to get it over the net. Dug out there by Romaine. Bab will set that one up. Bonchev has to get it over, and she does. La Cité sets this one up at the net. The smash dug out by Vanden Heuvel. JJ sets up Sarah Raymond, and it goes off the hands of Kaye and out of bounds. The Lords open up a 2-point lead here. Megan Romaine serve.
Megan Romaine, we've seen her on serve, John, be so effective. Maybe one of the unheralded heroes for this team, is she's going to look to will her team here to a first set victory.
Good job there by Raymond, getting up and getting the ball right back into the face of La Cité. Deflected at the net by Boyen-Seguin, and unable to get that one towards her teammate. She deflects it straight out of bounds. 21-18 Lords. Romaine serves the ball. La Cité up at the net, blocked there by Bab.
Nice block by Bab.
So La Cité has to get this one over, and they do. There's JJ setting this one up, and Raymond with the smash, deflected off the hands, dug out there by La Cité, and it was a little bit of hesitation by Henri. She did not want to dive. She had time though, Joey.
Yeah, Sharon with a nice diving play there to put that ball up in the air, and I'm just going to leave her shaking her head as she gave her teammates every opportunity to make a play on that ball, and you're right, just that half second of hesitation cost the Coyotes there. As just as quickly as they made this a tie game, the Lords have found a way to take a 4-point lead.
Yeah, it's been a great job by the Lords coming back from La Cité tying this game, realizing that they're kind of playing down to their opponents a little bit and they need to step it up, so they have just 3 points away from a first set victory. See if the Lords can keep it up.
So La Cité, so I'm looking at it now, La Cité feeling confident coming into this game, John. Just, we mentioned it, 3-10 on the year, but they came into this game riding a 2-game win streak, defeating George Brown and Fleming. Now those two teams, we know, not the strongest in the OCAA. The two bottom teams, the only teams below La Cité in the standings.
Well, I mean, La Cité is kind of below Fleming, but they have the same record.
Oh, well,
no big deal.
On the website, they gave it to La Cité, I think, or La Cité, I think, just because of the head-to-head tiebreaker. Right? So they're beating the teams that they're ahead of, but they have struggled against all these upper-tier teams, and the Durham Lords are definitely one of those, and they're going to look to put them away here.
Oh, a hard smash there. Getting up tall was Kaye, and smashing that one down in the face of Vanden Heuvel. Funcho just palms the ball that Devin Fraser threw at him.
Yeah, Funcho can palm anything as he found his way to get out of the broadcast booth.
Oh, sent long there by Peru. Unable to get that one. She put too much power into it and sent it way long on the serve, giving the ball right back to the Lords, Sarah Raymond.
And a mistake that they can't afford to make right now, John.
Dug out there by Henri. La Cité sends that over, JJ sets it up. There's Romaine and Athea Bonchev, and that's off the hands there of Sharon. Out of bounds, and Raymond will serve for the set. Raymond serves that one, but she put way too much power into that one herself, Joey, and unable to get that one in the back touch line.
Yeah, not quite sure what happened. I think she just hit it with the heel of her hand a little bit too much, because you don't see that from Sarah Raymond too often, but that was 8 feet long from beyond the line.
She smashed that one.
Not her best attempt, and she'd tell you that for sure.
La Cité serve the ball, goes right at Vanden Heuvel. JJ will set this one up, and Raymond has to get it over. She does, and that one, no, that one landed out of bounds. I thought that one hit the corner, Joey.
Yeah, it was certainly close, John, but I think it was just a hair too far towards the La Cité bench, and our flag guy Eric down there today, as we finally know a flag guy's name, makes the call against the Lords.
Romaine gets that one over the net, but they're going to give the point to La Cité because Romaine came over, or no, threw the ball, sorry. And it will be Boyen-Seguin with the serve. Looking to climb back into this one. Walking the tightrope are the La Cité Coyotes. Seguin serves the ball right at Raymond. There's Romaine. JJ's got to get it over. She does. Deflects off the hands of La Cité at the net. They're able to dig that one out. They have to get it over, and they do. Bab sends that one over the net, and right in the face of Vanden Heuvel is Wilson getting up and smashing that one down. It's now just a 1-point game as Coach Clark has called his final time out of this first set, Joey.
Yeah, there's no reason not to call it here. If you're Coach Clark, you have the timeout. La Cité's forced their way back into the game. Coach not at all happy with his group right now as he's not even speaking to them during this timeout. They know what they need to do. They just need 1 point here, and this has kind of been a surprising development. The fact that the Lords haven't been able to close out La Cité here as the Coyotes feeling a little bit of momentum, and if they can tie this game up here at 24s and send it into extra points here in this first set, you never know what can happen. And we all know in sports a little bit of confidence can go a long way. 2 straight wins after a disappointing season so far for this Coyotes team gives you a little bit of momentum going into the final stretch of the year, and they're feeling good about themselves. The Lords cannot let that continue here. They have to come out with a stop right now and shut down this first set and take the lead.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Joey. I mean, they're on the tightrope, so all they have to do is turn the ball over and get the set victory. So it'll be interesting to see what the Lords do here out of this timeout. Seguin with the serve. Gets it over the net and right at Raymond, and it's a tie game, Joey.
Yeah, Raymond with a miss hit there. That looked like it just handcuffed her a little bit as her arms were fully extended. Just caught her in between as she tried to bump that, and she's practicing her form here as La Cité gets ready to, or La Cité, excuse me, gets ready to serve it again.
Here's Seguin. Right at Vanden Heuvel. Romaine. JJ's got to get it over. She does, and she hammers it right at Crew, and unable to get that one. It goes off the ground.
Good old reliable there, John Johansson. It wasn't the best set, but she found a way to hammer it home.
La Cité Coyotes men's team getting loud over there. La Cité looks to get this one over the net. They do smash there. Bab digs that one out. Set up by Romaine. At the net is Bonchef. Good job there. La Cité looks to get it over. They go right at Jonica Bab. Megan Romaine. JJ with the hard smash there. Unable to get that one by Kaye. Sets that one up. A good block at the net. Combo block. And a great job there. Cassidy Nicholson Clark and Thea Bonchef teaming up to block it back in the face of La Cité and take the first set victory 26-24.
Yeah, lots of miscommunication there on the side of the La Cité Coyotes, John, as that was Perot who just watched that ball hit the ground in front of her and definitely received a couple of looks from her teammates as the La Cité Coyotes did an excellent job at forcing the Durham Lords into extra points there, really doing a good job at digging in their heels and not going away quietly, but in the end Durham just too much and they come away with that first set victory. 26-24 you wrote down because I didn't, so it's good.
26-24, like to have those stats for the end of the game. As I look down at the court here and Coach Clark having a word with Megan Romaine. I hope she's okay. It looks like she's all right. We'll see.
Maybe just a couple pointers, who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, we'll see what happens here coming into this second set. It was a great job by the Lords not letting La Cité take that set after they fought really, really hard to get back into it. The Lords kind of didn't allow that to compile and allow them to get on themselves. Good job by the Lords, 1-set victory, and this, like you said, could snowball, Joey, and we can see the confidence building the Lords, and they could just take over this game at any point in time. Yeah,
La Cité has had a difficult time all year long at fighting their way back into games. You look at it through November 11th all the way to the beginning of this new year, they lost, or I guess besides the win at the lowly George Brown Huskies, they lost every game in straight sets, 3-0, and that's got to take a toll both mentally and physically on a club when you show up to every game and you are almost out of it before it even starts. That's why I think it's so important of the Lords to jump out here early and really just take away the will of this La Cité Coyotes team before they even get it.
Yeah, just pile on top of them, right? Like get that big lead and let their emotions get the better of them, as opposed to having. And I mean, I can understand. Maybe they're a little bit more fired up. The Lords are now that La Cité played so well against them. Coming into this one, you look at the record, and you can't help but think it's going to be an easy game. Well, now you know that you're going to have to give your 100% effort to get that one over the net as much as you can. The Lords, I think, now that they know that, you'll see a much different team. And we have a change at libero, Joey.
Yeah, you're right, as Devin Frazier's going to come in for Nicole Vandenheuvel, who puts the hoodie back on. Coach Clark decided that was a little too close for comfort, and he looks like he's going to go with a little bit more of a traditional starting lineup here for him. I think Jonica Babb's going to stay in here, John, but the rest are the usual suspects for Coach Tony Clark.
Allison Terwilliger checking in as well.
Oh, yeah, that's a big change as she comes in for Bonchef here. We saw that yesterday as well. Bonchef played the first set, and then Terwilliger came in, and Allison Terwilliger is such a force for this team. What a luxury for Coach Tony Clark to be able to bring in a player of her caliber off the bench who can do it all for this Durham Lords team. You're going to see Allison Terwilliger serve well. You're going to see her make lots of plays at the net, and she can even dig that ball out of trouble when you need her to. She's certainly a player to keep an eye on here in the second set.
Megan Romain with the hard smash right at Henry to begin this set. And unable to get that one over is Soleil Dion. She sends that one under the net. We're joined here by the Durham Region Volleyball Club. They filled out the CRWC a little bit here, Joey.
Yeah, lots of athletic supporters here as it's a busy day on campus. There's a basketball tournament happening in the UOIT gyms. We got lots of volleyball fans here, and it's nice to see such a crowd and a good environment here for a 1 o'clock start on a Sunday, John. Certainly not used to this type of buzz in the building, especially for some of the earlier games, but it's a good turnout here, and the Lords have done a good job at promoting this game.
Megan Romain doing a good job here. She's attacking Soleil Dion. That's the second one that's got off her hands and out, and she got an ace as well in between those two. So good job by Romain so far on service, as she was as well yesterday.
Yeah, Megan Romain, such a stud from beyond the line for the Lords.
Oh, what a good job there with the block at the net by Terwilliger and Babb. And punching that one out of bounds was La Cité.
Yeah, I don't really know what La Cité was thinking there. I think that was more frustration than anything. She just hammered that ball all the way out.
Well, that one just goes a little bit long there for Romain, just a bit too much. And La Cité's looks like, yes, number 10, Charon, set to take the serve here. Charon serves the ball, goes right at Frazier, and her first touch is not a good one as it goes off of her hands and right into the stands for La Cité's point and ball. Charon serves again.
Very uncharacteristic there of Devin Frazier, the team leader in digs. You're not going to see that from her very often.
No, especially not on those when Charon hammers it right at the net. The Lords will get the ball. Yeah, Devin Frazier's very sure-handed. We don't really see that very often. Like I said, I'm going to attribute that to just first touch.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, not really having the feel right away.
Yeah.
Raymond serves the ball, and there's an ace there. As that is 6 or 5. Looks like a 5. I'm going to go with 5. That's Peru. Unable to dig that one out.
Yeah, I thought it was 5-2, Johnny. A great serve there by Sarah Raymond.
Raymond serving the ball again. There's La Cité. That's Charon setting that one up at the net. Big smash, but blocked there by Bonchef and Babb again. No, not Bonchef. Terwilliger and Babb, sorry.
Yeah, Bonchef's checked out of the game, but I don't even know if they got a piece of that, John. I think the Coyotes just hammered that ball directly into the mesh because it was not a good spike attempt there.
Raymond, and that's deflected there by Soleil Dion, and that's just bad communication right there.
Yeah, once again.
Henri thought that Charon was going to get that ball, and then when she didn't, Henri was forced into a bad play.
Yeah, lots of looking at each other from this La Cité Coyotes team here in this set, John, as the Lords have them on the ropes.
And again, Henri unable to get that one up for what looks like number 10, Charon.
And that was a quick 9 points, John, as the Coyotes are forced into calling their timeout here. Certainly the start that the Durham Lords were looking for here. Megan Romaine teaming up with Sarah Raymond to be on serve here for 9 points. And they've done an excellent job at catching this Coyotes team off guard. It looks like they got them back on their heels, and they're starting to break a little bit as you see the communication errors continually adding up. Me and you, John, we were looking at the game sheet from back in November when these two teams played. Lots of unforced errors for the La Cité Coyotes that really cost them in that game. Over 20 unforced errors we counted up, as that's not a recipe for success, and that's exactly what they've done here, as they've given up points, I believe, on 5 unforced errors out of the 9 for the Lords here early in this second set.
Yeah, the Lords doing a good job getting on top of them and piling the score up, like you said in the break there. That's really key, because then La Cité will start beating up on themselves, start thinking, and then not reacting as well. So we'll see if this continues, as Sarah Raymond is set to continue serving here. Raymond gets the ball over. She goes right. Oh, and a good job there at the net by Jessica Johansson, smashing that one down as Raymond right at Soleil Dion.
I love that aggressive play by Double J there. John just goes up and hammers it home, doesn't waste any time.
Raymond looks to serve here again. Coach Clark pretty pleased with his women so far, as Sharon sets that one up, blocked and unable to recover is Fraser. No worries there. That would have been a superhuman effort if she had gotten to that one.
Yeah, definitely a tough play. Anytime the ball hits the top of the net like that, it's tough to tell where it's going to land. And as good as she is, she can't get her hand on that one.
Peru with the serve here right at Fraser. Romaine will set this one up at the net there for Terwilliger. A big smash. Henri. That's Soleil Dion, Fraser, Romaine, Raymond with a nice little touch there. La Cité's Soleil Dion hammers that one right into the net, Joey. Another error for the Coyotes.
Yeah, the Wendover, Ontario native certainly not going to be happy with that one there, as that just hit off the side of her hand and right into the net. As Bab's going to see if she can extend this great service streak for the Lords in this set.
Good job by Bab going right at Dion. Up at the net there. They get it over. Good job by CNC getting that one over Sharon. And into the net again. Another unforced error by Soleil Dion.
As Liberal tries to calm down her teammates here, as it's been a tough go for La Cité here, as they're going to make a
check out.
Substitution. You're right, Dion comes out and Jolie Perreault comes in, the Trenton, Ontario native, 5'3" out of Trenton. In her first year with La Cité, is going to come in here and try and stop the bleeding for the visiting team, as they're taking on water here, John.
Yeah, as the OCAA has decided to throw a wrench in my works and not give me the phonetics for her name.
Jolie Perreault.
I'm going to go with what you said, Perreault. The Lords hammer that one right into the net there to give the ball back to La Cité. And it will be Seguin with the serve. Seguin gets that one, hits it right into the net. Man, these errors are killing La Cité. 13-4 for the Lords, as Terwilliger looks to serve the ball here. Lords look to take advantage of the errors by La Cité. Go right at Henri. Dug it there by Sharon. Set over the net there by Kaye. Good job there getting up a CNC. Kaye and La Cité unable to get that one over the net. Wilson catches the ball because she knew it would be a 4-touch. Sends it back over. 14-4. Durham has opened a 10-point advantage.
Yeah, it looked like Dion just lost track of how many touches there were, John, as she bumped that ball, clearly looking for someone else to help it, but no time. That was a nice serve
there by Henri. Kaye smashes it right at Terwilliger. There's Raymond. Got to get it over to JJ. She does. Goes right at Henri. Caron. And sent way long there by Kaye.
It's a good job there by the Lords to recover. John Terwilliger jumped up and played a ball that was definitely going long. She knew it as soon as she did it, and her teammates picked her up there, and the Lords take another point.
Terwilliger sends that one right at Henri. Sharon unable to get that one over the net. A two-touch there.
A very disinterested looking play there from Sharon as she double touched that ball on purpose, not even thinking that a teammate would be able to come in and help her out.
Terwilliger goes right into the net. She taps her chest and says, "My bad." As we got Nicole Vandenheuvel checking into the game now for Terwilliger.
Yeah, Terwilliger's serve the first time was excellent, John. It literally went over the net and dropped as soon as it crossed that line. That time just a little, not enough on it, excuse me.
Kaye serves for La Cité, and JJ, huge smash there off the hands of Henri and goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I think that was probably a break for JJ there, John, as that ball looked like it was going long, but Henri, unfortunately for her, put a hand on it, and the Lords take back serve quickly.
JJ with the serve there. Sharon gets at the net, a block, and it hits the head of CNC.
As she rubs her nose, I think it might have got her a little bit on the bridge there, as she looks like she's going to be no worse for wear, but no matter what sport you're playing, taking one in the face is never fun.
Yeah, make your eyes water if it's any hard, but it seemed like it just dropped and shocked her a little bit. And oh my goodness, Joey, what did I just witness from Peru?
Yeah, Jolie Perot, not the best serve we have seen this season.
That's the worst serve we've seen this season.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice, but you're right. That we haven't seen anybody drill their teammate in the back before today. And there's a first for everything here in the OCAA women's volleyball division, John.
Alexa Armstrong checking into this one with the serve. Nice job there by JJ Romain. Got to get it over. Bonchef does get it over as Bonchef is checked in as well. There's Wilson setting it up there. Dug out by Alexa Armstrong, but she sends it out of bounds, and she will check out for libero Devin Frazier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just the addition of Devin Frazier that's really solidified the way the Lords have played here in the second set, or if it's been more just these unforced errors that La Cité continues to do. It's tough to tell, but either way, the Lords are going to take it as they have an 11-point lead here, Johnny.
Big block at the net there as Peru tries to get up and block that one, but unable to do so.
Again, John, I don't know if that was a block as much as they put that right into the net. Once again, they're having real issues here at finding their range and forcing the Lords to even make plays here. That's another one. Yeah.
Hits that one right off the hands.
I can see
Kaye.
Megan Romain finishing this set out on serve right here. The way this La Cité team has crumbled in this set and the way she can serve the ball, wouldn't it shock me at all to see 5 straight.
Romain, she goes right at Kaye, hits the net, able to recover is La Cité. Romain sends that one over, goes at Peru, Sharon, and I don't know if that one hit the net, but
it did. They right at the net again. Once again, John, they're not even making the Lords make the blocks, but I think, and you keep saying it because they're right there at the net, and they're in position. Yeah.
Anyway.
Either way, La Cité is just not putting themselves in good position. They're telegraphing their sets, and even when the Lords aren't in position to make a block, they're shooting themselves in the foot by hitting it into the net.
Romain goes right at number 4, sorry, I apologize, I forgot her name. Kaye, Frazier, Romain, Bonchef, blocked at the net, Bonchef. Romain gets it over to Terwilliger, or not Terwilliger, Vandenheuvel. Sent over the net by Sharon. Romain gets that one. Frazier sets that one up for JJ. She sends it over, and again, under the net, the ball goes. Another error by La Cité.
Yeah, La Cité does a better job there, John, at forcing a rally. They get the ball back on the Lords side a couple times, but this Durham Lords team is continuing to prove how dominant they can be, and they're taking it to La Cité right now.
Megan Romain goes right at Peru. Henri Sharon gets it over. JJ Romain, and smashed there by Bab. Dug out, sent over. Good job by La Cité. Frazier, Romain, Bab goes off the hands of Henri. Saved by Peru. They got to get it over. Henri knows that, and she does. JJ, this is finally a good rally, Joey. Romain, Vandenheuvel. Henri at the net, sent over, dug out, and La Cité does not get the point as it's a throw there by La Cité. Another error on a good rally finally.
Yeah, a real good job there by La Cité to stick together and get the point. They battled hard there, but unfortunately for them, they can't find a way to put it away, as the Lords never really in trouble on that one until the very end. But that was a throw, so the whistle was blown, and the Lords gonna try and make me look good here, as Megan Romaine is just 2 away from going that 5 straight to end out this set here, Johnny.
Yeah, that was a good call. And you know what? I'm seeing a shirt here that makes me feel good in the stands. Mistakes are proof you are trying.
Well, Cité is definitely trying then.
Oh, I'm talking about our broadcast and the names.
Yeah, we're trying too.
Yeah, we're trying.
I'm dreading. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm dreading the men's broadcast. I'm gonna say a lot of numbers.
Yeah,
and I apologize for everybody in Cité from Ottawa or the province of Quebec listening in.
French is not a requirement.
But I think you're doing a pretty good job, Johnny. I've been impressed. And if you're not doing a good job, I have no idea. Yeah. So we'll take it.
As the Lords come out, prepared to start.
But you always do a good job, my friend.
Cité, thank you, Joey. Cité taking their time getting back out here, and if I was them, I would too.
Yeah, I wouldn't be rushing back onto the court.
Megan Romaine looking to serve this one out. She goes right at Prue. Sharon and smash there, dug out by Romaine, but unable to get there is Bab or Bonchef.
Yeah, good play by Boulince again at the net there. John crosses up the Lords, makes them cross up a little bit there, and gives Cité the ball back. See if they can find a way to get a little bit of momentum here.
Sharon smashes that one right at Fraser. That's Kaye setting it up. A good job getting up at the net there by is it Bonchef?
I believe it was Bab who got it, Johnny. But either way, Bonchef was right there with her.
Good job of them both getting up, Bonchef and Bab. Blocking off that part of the net. Bonchef with the serve. She goes right at Henri, and she does a split and sends it under the net, and that's the game. 25-8. What a stinker!
Yeah, the Durham Lords impose their will on the Cité Coyotes there, John, as we have seen some emotion onto the bench of the Coyotes. I was looking over there halfway through the set. There's some very upset players, maybe a tear or two being shed, as it's been a long season for this Coyotes club, and after the way they started in the first set, really finding a way to challenge the Durham Lords, going back and forth the way they were, that set's certainly got to be disheartening, to say the least, the way that Durham just dominated from the very first serve to the last one. Only 8 points scored for the Coyotes that entire set, and it's not like the Lords were extremely dominant. I didn't think they played overly well. They didn't make mistakes, and Cité continued to shoot themselves in the foot the entire set. And the Lords, I think, Johnny, that's all they're going to need to do here moving forward. Just continue to put the ball in play and force the Coyotes to make the mistakes, because it seems inevitable at this point they're going to make them. Yeah,
you know what? That was the real Durham Lords we've seen out there. The first set, like I said, they played down to their opponent a little bit. And I mean, while it wasn't the full power Durham Lords, it was the pressure, the constant pressure put on by Durham that made Cité make those mistakes, trying to play up to their opponent and unable to do so. The talent just isn't there for Cité. You can see that clearly as they try to make moves that Durham makes on a regular, and they just keep putting it into the net or under the net. If the Lords keep this up and just keep playing a consistent game, then their talent is going to outshine Cité, continue to outshine them, and it'll be a 3-set victory here. Megan Romaine, like you said, almost ended it. She took over at 19 and got to 23. We thought she was going to serve out, unable to do that, but good job by the Lords. Just keep up the good work.
Yeah, and this is just the second last home game of the year for the Durham Lords. As you know, they would love to put a bow on this one and get out of here and let the men's team come out and play, as it's a quick turnaround for this ladies team, and even quicker turnaround for the men's team after losing in a 5-set heartbreaker last night to the Algonquin Thunder. That game went almost 11:15, it felt like, as it was a long time, and they played 2 games yesterday as they had to finish up that game that was delayed back in November against Algonquin. So looking forward to the second matchup of today's doubleheader. It's going to be interesting to see how the legs on the men's teams hold up, especially if it continues into another long game like last night's was.
Yeah, that was a long one we had last night, and kind of a heartbreaker for the Lords, as they had the opportunity to end that more than once in sets 3 and 4, really, but unable to really put the clincher on it, and Algonquin getting into that overtime period and just taking over the game. It was just a write-off yesterday. They went 1-1, and Algonquin and Durham remained tied.
Yep, and so moving back to this women's game, John, I think for the Lords, just putting the pressure on here and staying on serve going to be so important. See if they can push the communication issues to the brink on this La Cité Coyotes team.
Sarah Raymond puts that one just out of bounds to give La Cité the first point of the set on Sharon's serve. Sharon taking her time. Gets the ball over the net. She goes right at Bonchef. There's Fraser and Raymond. Oh, unable to get that one over. She just didn't strike that one fully. And it'll be the first 2 points going in La Cité's direction.
That's got to be a bit of a boost for their confidence here, John.
Sharon serves yet again. Gets it just over. Fraser comes in. Romaine sends it over the net as opposed to setting it up for Bab. And catches La Cité watching the ball. Puts it into an open part of the court.
And La Cité, they're just, like you mentioned, caught watching is definitely a good description for that one, is, again, the communication issues.
Megan Romaine goes right at Henri. Smash there long at the net.
Good call there by Althea Bonchef, John. As soon as that ball came off the hand of the Coyote attacker, she yelled out and backed away from that, and it ended up being so.
Good job there. Lords tying this one up. Romaine serves yet again. Goes right at Henri. Deflects that one right into the bench. And that has been status quo for Romaine, sending it at Henri almost every chance she gets.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And we saw it was Henri that I noticed in that second set, John, who was showing a little bit of emotion on the sidelines. It's good to see, it's good to see her back in the game first and foremost, but it's going to be interesting to keep our eye on her and see if she can hold it together here, especially if the Lords continue to pick on her on serve.
Peru serves that right at Devin Fraser, set up by Romaine at the net of Sarah Raymond, sends it to an open part of the court. Good job by Henri digging that one out for La Cité. Fraser to Romaine, over to Terwilliger, I believe. I may be wrong, that may be Bonchef. No, it is Terwilliger.
Yep.
As Romaine, Fraser, Terwilliger, and she pushes that one off the hands, tips that one off the hands of La Cité. It lands inbounds. The Lords will get the ball back, and Raymond is set to serve here.
And we saw Sarah Raymond back in that second set, John, have a good service of her own here. See if she can duplicate that effort this time.
So La Cité smashes that one right at Devin Fraser, unable to dig that one out. That was a good shot there by La Cité, as the Lords get a little bit of coaching from Tony Clark.
Yeah, Coach Clark just trying to keep his girls on the same page here, trying to keep the pressure on. Certainly it's easy to lax a little bit when you're up 2-0 against a team that's only won 3 games all year.
Bonchef with the huge smash. That's going right into the front row off the hands of Bouin-Séguin. No, sorry, not off the hands of Bouin-Séguin, off the hands of Peru. As Bouin-Séguin checks out for Henri. Bab with the serve here. Bab goes right at Peru, and Kaye smashes that one, saves it there. Sharon sent over by La Cité. Bab will set that one up for Terwilliger with the hard smash, but too hard, as that one goes long as well.
That's too bad there as Terwilliger sends that ball along. It was a nice effort at the net by Alexa Armstrong, pretty much by herself there. 6'2", going up, making back-to-back blocks. Unfortunately there, La Cité comes away with the point.
Okay, with the serve right at Sarah Raymond, set up by Romaine and unable to get there as Alexa Armstrong. A little bit of a timing issue there. She jumped just too early before the ball was even set up by Romaine.
Yeah, you don't see Megan Romaine and her teammates be not on the same page very often. So good at setting everybody up, and that was a very uncharacteristic misplay there.
Okay.
And that hit the line, John, for sure. As they
gave the point to Durham.
What?
But the line judge pointed in.
Yeah, that was in.
And the coach is not happy with that one, obviously. As the head judge has overruled and given the point to Durham. And it will be Terwilliger with the serve. Henri. There's Armstrong, set up by Romaine. Bonchef off the hands of Henri, and out of bounds.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around that last point, John.
That was in.
Yeah, we don't always have the best angle from up here in our booth. It's almost the same as the angle you guys are seeing on the YouTube page, but we could clearly see that ball hit the line from here.
Yeah, that was in.
And the Lords will take a bit of a home court advantage as Alison Terwilliger comes up with a big ace there.
Good job by Terwilliger holding service, getting the Lords a 2-point advantage here to see if they can take advantage. Terwilliger right at Henri again and right out of bounds. All the Lords services are directly at Henri, and Alison Terwilliger has back-to-back aces as Bossman Chris lets everybody in the
I was just thinking that. It's fun to hear Bossman Chris on the mic. He chirps everybody for not getting into it, but he gets in there pretty good.
3 in a row for Terwilliger. 3 aces in a row there. What a job on service so far.
Yeah, Terwilliger. I mentioned it when she came into the game, John.
As the lineup has now changed, they're protecting Henri. And that's 4 aces in a row. When's the last time we've seen that, Joey?
I don't think we've seen that all season long, Mr. Lodge, as these two teams, as for some reason a lady sits on my backpack down on the stands. I'm kind of baffled by that move, to be honest with you, as I've totally lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, pal.
That's okay. And the Lords pick up the 5th point in a row on Alison Terwilliger's service there, as La Cité smashed that one into the net yet again. Old habits creeping in.
Yeah, for sure, John. And after a good start to this set for La Cité, the Lords have found a way to double them up here, 12-6. And it's once again unforced errors costing the La Cité Coyotes, but it certainly doesn't hurt the Lords when you got Alison Terwilliger serving rockets like she has been on this run that she's been on.
5 points and 4 aces. What a job by Alison Terwilliger, as I don't know what Coach Clark can say in the huddle other than just letting them know to keep up the pressure, keep up the play. I have no idea what they're giving away. A piece of paper?
I don't know what he's giving out something. Maybe his tickets in there. It's
an envelope for something. As they give it away to a woman in the 5th or 6th row.
Johnny, can you tell me his name?
I have no idea.
I really like him too.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't listen to the broadcast.
He doesn't.
He's going to know that we don't know his name.
And Zach's not here. I can't ask Zach today. Well,
oh, Zach Attack's not here, eh?
Oh, no, he's probably busy. He's the big wig.
Yeah, big Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment. Yeah. All-Star game.
Lou Lamorello gave me a jacket. I'm so cool. My name's Zach. Yeah, no, that is pretty cool. Even saying it, I want to chirp him so bad, but his life's awesome.
Yeah, I wish. As Terwilliger again with an ace, right off the hands there of Boyan Seguin. 5 aces in her service.
That's remarkable here, John. As I'm gonna look at how many aces she had coming into this season, or coming into the game. 12 coming in here, John, and she's
as
doubled
Cité able to stop that.
A third is the word I'm thinking of.
Romaine, Alexa Armstrong just tapping that one with the back of her hand over the net.
And how far can Alison Terwilliger go here, Johnny?
7 points on her service so far.
Trying to make it 8, and as the Lords have firmly put a grasp on this one, but how far can they go here?
As Terwilliger sends that one over, Charon at the net, blocked there by the Lords. Good job by Romaine getting that one back over, as that's sent long, and that is the 8th point of Terwilliger's set, or service.
More good communication there from the Lords, John. It looked like Raymond wanted to play it. Everybody in the net yelled out. Raymond backed off, and that ball landed well long. Excellent job there by the Lords.
Terwilliger serves yet again, goes off the hands there of Peru, sent over the net by Wilson. There's Raymond and Romaine and Bonchef, but that one will end it at 8 points as it goes out of bounds. Bonchef just a little bit too wide.
So when Terwilliger picked up the ball, they were tied at 7s after that 8-point run, 15-7 here in favor of the Lords. And that's the most impressive service we've seen.
It was 7-6 because they got less.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Correct. Just when I thought my math was good, Johnny.
Oh, Fraser. Oh, good job there by Romaine. Sent over the net by Armstrong. Sharon at the net there. Prue blocked. Armstrong gets it. Romaine, and that's going to be the Lord's point there as they come over the top of the net.
Definitely a violation there. I saw it too. One of the first times I've actually been able to see a net violation when the referee calls it, but it looked certainly like I believe it was Peru who got her hand over the net.
Bonchef with the serve there. Sharon gets it. Smashed into the net yet again by La Cité Soleil Dion.
As this game is slowly ticking away here on the La Cité Coyotes, John.
17-7, Lords lead by 10. Bonchef serves it. She goes right at Kaye. There's Wilson sending that one over. Fraser, Romaine, Raymond, and that one is smashed off the hands of Wilson and inbounds. Lords point yet again, 18-7, 11-point lead here in the third set at the CRWC. John Lodge, Joey Chapman with the call.
It's been a while since you said our names, Johnny.
Bonchef with the serve there. Charon, and at the line, Prue, but is blocked. Prue has to get it over, and she does. There's Vandenheuvel is checked in. Romaine with a neat little touch over the net. 19-7. Got to get that branding in, Joey.
Love that quick play by Megan Romaine. Just quickly hits it over. And Alexa Armstrong off the bench continues to use her size at the net in favor of the Lords as the Coyotes have no answer for her.
Prue sends that one.
Oh, Maddie, nice catch on the sidelines.
One camera in one hand, ball in the other.
Hey, no one ever said he was a single talented man. As all the Instagram videos and photos you see are taken by our boy Matt, as he just shows up there and mossed that ball one-handed.
Oh, what a good term. You got mossed. Good job there. La Cité, great dig by Fraser. Romaine, Armstrong off the hands there. Kaye and out of bounds. 20-8.
That is just a beautiful play there, and it's all set up by Devin Fraser as that ball hit the net and looked like it was going to be an ace in favor of the Coyotes, John, but Fraser extends her team lead and digs, lays out for that one, and the Lords take advantage with Alexa Armstrong with the ball in her hand now, 5 points away from a straight set victory.
Armstrong goes straight line, and right at the net is Bab, getting her hands up and tipping it straight down.
Yeah, good job there by Bab not to make contact. It was awfully close, but she keeps her hands up, and the Lords 4 points away here.
Armstrong with the serve yet again. Charon, Armstrong, Vandenheuvel, got to get it over. Armstrong does. Good job there by Boyen-Seguin. And right at the lines, Peru again. There's Vandenheuvel and Romaine and Bab with the light touch there. Charon, and Charon gets it over. There's Raymond and Romaine for Raymond. Hard smash there, and that one lands off the hands and inbounds as well. 22-8.
Nice play there by Sarah Raymond as Jonica Bab and Megan Romaine do a good job there at the front of the net to keep that alive. Jonica Bab's been big here in this third set for the Lords, John, getting some playing time in the first and the third, and she's been solid.
We don't often see this, but Coach Clark making a change mid-service for Madison McBurney, and she hammers it right into the net. I don't know if that was a good move, but I'm not the coach.
Yeah, certainly an interesting decision there. We don't see that at all. That's the first time McBurney's seen the court all game long, I believe. As I guess with such a big lead, Coach Clark just trying to get everybody involved.
Good job by Bonchef digging that one out, and Romaine sending it over with the light touch there. Getting it up and smashing that one, going right into the men's volleyball team. And Coach, just as stoic as ever, didn't even move a muscle. Ball headed right for his head. Yeah,
just the cojones on that man sometimes, just to stand there when those things are firing at him. Super impressive.
Charon sends that one over, dug out by Bonchef. Bab sends that over the net. As La Cité's Charon sends it right at Vanden Heuvel, set up by Romaine for Raymond. Big smash, comes back, and unable to dig that one out as Nicole Vanden Heuvel. Yeah. Bonchef didn't leave her feet.
Very tough play for Vanden Heuvel, but she laid out for it. John, that might be the best block we've seen from La Cité all game long, as they do a good job there at stuffing Sarah Raymond and getting back on serve here.
As that is Charon with the serve. Devin Frazier for Megan Romaine. For Jonica Bab. Bab bumps that one. Frazier sets it up. Got to get it over. Does Bonchef? She does. Goes right at La Cité. And unable to dig that one out is Devin Frazier as La Cité has collected back-to-back points, Joey. Is this something the Lords need to be worried about? I'm sorry, a little bit of humor there.
Yeah, I think they're going to be okay, Johnny, as it's still a 10-point lead here, 3 away. But it certainly makes you question that decision from Coach Clark just a little bit to make the change on serve after Armstrong had had 2 strong ones.
Romaine sets that one up for Bonchef. Bonchef sends it over. Prue, Charon, Prue for Bonchef. Bonchef gets that one over on one touch. Prue looks to touch that over. Vanden Heuvel digs it out. Romaine sets that one up. Raymond gets it over. And a good dig there by La Cité. Frazier just avoiding her own teammate and unable to get that one to stay over was Megan Romaine, and she's calling a little bit of a huddle there. 3 straight points now for La Cité.
First time they've done that all set long, John, as the Lords just trying to regroup here. Lots of time. They're still very confident, waiting for an unforced error from La Cité.
Good dig there by Frazier, set up by Romaine. Bab smashes that one, and it goes inbounds beyond Vio, who has checked in for La Cité. Megan Romaine has a chance here to serve for the match.
No, 23, Johnny.
Yeah, well, I mean,
yeah, sorry, you're right. Yeah, you're totally right.
Megan Romaine hits that one, and now it will be match point for Megan Romaine and the Durham Lords. I was just being a little bit foreseeing.
No, I hear it. I don't know why I jumped on you there. That was totally my bad, pal.
Romaine with the serve here, and there it is, Joey. Megan Romaine serves it directly at the hands of Prue, unable to get that one, and it goes out of bounds. The Lords win this one 25-13. The most competitive set of this one, Joey, was the first one, 26-24, and like I said, I think that's when Durham realized they're going to have to put in their full effort to dominate this team, and they just dominated them. Is exactly what they did in the final 2 sets.
Yeah, La Cité came into this game, like we said, John, winning 2 in a row. First time they had done that all season long. Most confident in their game they had been in quite some time, and they did a good job there at forcing the Lords into a little bit of trouble in the first set, but Durham showed their strength and their composure and came back to dominate the second 2 sets to cruise to a 3-set victory.
Yeah, 3 sets, 26-24, 25-28, 25-13. John Lodge, Joey Chapman here. We'll be back in just about a half hour. I don't know if that's right or not, because I haven't put it on the clock.
3 o'clock, I believe.
So we'll say just about an hour for the second game. Joey will have the call for that one. 35 minutes on the clock, a little bit less than an hour here at the CRWC.